Saudara-saudari, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, I am now talking about the electoral situation. The electoral situation and the current situation is very interesting. Before the general election, UMNO thought that they could use the numbers. While they know that they won't win enough, they were hoping that they will win 65 seats in Peninsula out of 165. And beyond that, they were hoping that Sarawak will contribute to their number, Sabah will contribute to their number. They were hoping that they will win at least 105 seats. And if they could win 105 seats, short of 7, they could find it somewhere else. So that was the game plan of Barisan Nasional. However, over the last 3 months, Malay support for Barisan Nasional has declined in a massive way. In early August, before LCS, before Najib went to jail, before the Rosmah judgment, Malay support for Barisan Nasional was 47%. In early September, after all these incidents, Malay support for Barisan Nasional was 37% according to Merdeka Center. A 10% drop in 1 month time. Before nomination, there was another survey. Malay support for Barisan Nasional was 32%. But now, it is believed that it has declined even further. Malay support for Barisan Nasional is collapsing. And I think this is a scenario that we are dealing with. A week after nomination, we are seeing a situation of the collapsing of Malay support for Barisan Nasional. We might be seeing something that we never believed or we never thought about. Even for myself, for someone like me who have been involved in politics for such a long time, I have not imagined that UMNO support among the Malay would collapse. And we are seeing that. We do not know the extent of it, but we can envisage, we can imagine that now that we can imagine, we are seeing some inkling of it. We are seeing the collapsing of UMNO's Malay support for UMNO. Saudara-saudari, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, this is the first time UMNO has no money to campaign. You'll be shocked. UMNO candidates are telling us that they have no money to campaign. This is a surprise. Before that, they had ministerial money. Before 2018, because they have never lost, the ministerial staff will help ministers to campaign. The ministry will set aside a budget for UMNO, for MCA, for other parties to campaign. But today, all civil servants are trying to play safe. And they are trying to play safe. They do not want to be part of the campaign, which is a good thing. It is good for Malaysian democracy, where the civil servants say, election is your business. We are civil servants, we are neutral. This is a good move. This is a good development. And in 2013 and 2018, UMNO was campaigning, UMNO and MCA were campaigning on 1 MDB money. So UMNO division chief, MCA candidates, MIC candidates, they had a lot of money in the last election and in the election before. Why they had so much money? Because Najib had a lot of money. And where did Najib's money coming from? It came from 1 MDB. But this is no longer the case. So UMNO has no money to campaign. Whereas in our case, we have volunteers campaigning for us. We have volunteers helping us. We have you donating to us. They don't have that. And they do not know how to campaign. And the internal division within UMNO is so huge that I think they are facing a serious crisis. And everyone in Malaysia, whenever they see Zahid as the face of Barisan Nasional, they are very afraid. They are very afraid. They are afraid, they are angry, they are shocked. So there is a possibility of the collapse of UMNO in this election. So in this election, after a month since dissolution on 10th of October, at that point of time, Pakatan Harapan was confident of 60 seats. But Pakatan Harapan is now confident of 80 seats out of 165. It is still not enough to form government. Admittedly, 80 seats in Peninsula is not sufficient to form government. But we are confident and we are making gains. We are confident of 80 seats out of 165. Saudara-saudari, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, this election is about electing government. I hope you will agree that I am a better candidate and I will be a better member of parliament compared to my opponent. That is important. And I hope the voters in Iskandar Puteri will agree that I will make a better MP representing their voice, representing their interests, representing their aspiration in parliament and at the federal government. I hope so. But beyond that, it is not just about electing a member of parliament. This election is not just about electing a member of parliament. It is not just about electing Liew Tong. It is about electing a government that will bring Malaysia into the future and not into the past. It is about electing a government that will serve the people and not serve their own pocket. It is about electing a government that cares for ordinary people and not to care about their own career and own pocket. So I think it is important that we understand this idea. So you choose among three coalitions. There are three coalitions. You have Pakatan Harapan, you have Perikatan, you have Barisan Nasional. And among these three, there are three prime minister candidates. You have Anwar Ibrahim, you have Muhyiddin Yassin, you have Zahid Hamidi. Not Ismail Sabri, the poster boy. Poster is meant to be hanged on a tree, and Ismail Sabri is meant to be hanged on a tree, that's all. And it is important that we know that, okay, among the prime minister candidate, we chose Anwar Ibrahim. But beyond that, you look around, you look at each of the coalition. In Perikatan Nasional, you only know Muhyiddin, you only know Hadi. You do not know anyone else in Perikatan Nasional. Hamzah Zainuddin, most people don't know him. Razzi Zidin, only teachers know him and curse him, but the rest of the nation do not know Razzi Zidin. So who else? Perikatan has no cabinet, no members of parliament with caliber to be in the cabinet. You look at Barisan Nasional, okay, you think Khairi is not bad. You think Zafro is not bad. Who is the third person that you can think of? The third person to be a minister will be Jamal Yunus. You know the guy, Jamal Yunus, right? So Barisan Nasional has no people of caliber to be in the cabinet. Whereas I can assure you, those who follow politics can always name 15 to 20 national leaders from Pakatan Harapan that you feel comfortable. You name, well, Nurul Izzah, Rafizi, Mas Sabu, Salihuddin Ayub, Yobi In, Anthony Lok, Na Koming, Gorbin Singh Dio, Teo Ni Ching. You can name at least 15 people that you know that are of caliber, that are of national reputation, and that you believe that they can take this nation into the future. So I think when you compare the coalitions, Pakatan Harapan is ready to govern, and this is the best time. Let's fight. Let's try to ensure that Pakatan Harapan can win a simple majority on 19th of November.